I'll sit here and take the blame for this one. I mean, I know it's a team sport and there's different things we got to work on, but I'm sitting here thinking in my mind, if I don't fumble early in the game, they scoop and score that, and if I don't throw a pick or at least make the tackle when he's running it back, we win 29-21 or 28-20, whatever it was. So I mean, we can sit here and if and ands, but yeah, I mean, like you said, that's almost 100% of the time you lose a turnover, everybody you're gonna lose. Because all respect to Samford, they're a good team, but I don't think they're better than us.
Let me ask you about Brandon Porter, Coach, your safety who started this game, and the progress he made from year to year. This again, I didn't really remember calling him too much last year. Right. He had 10 tackles.
Right.
But he's your starter this year. What happened year to year for him? He came out and had a couple pass breakups the other night.
He did, and I tell you, Brandon has great speed. The thing that he has worked very hard on is tackling. There's a couple of times last year where he didn't tackle the way that we want him to tackle, and he really spent a lot of time in the off season, and we stayed on him about it, but that's the biggest improvement because speed-wise he can fly. Mm-hmm. And the thing that he has improved on and he has worked to improve on is his tackling.
This week, challenge a little different. Obviously, a Samford team you guys are looking for some payback on, and I'll have to pull up the numbers here, but they threw it around the yard last week.
Thanks,
even Justin. Though they had even though they cruised.
You love doing this to be
42 of 52. Passing, and you don't see that many passes thrown typically in a 77-7 game.
Right.
But what's the biggest challenge for you this week?
Hatch does a good job. They're going to play extremely fast. They're going to have some players that can run fast. I know one of their offensive linemen is 6'7", 346 pounds. They're going to have some big guys that lay on you. The quarterback's a good player, a different quarterback than we played. Okay. But I think he is the same quarterback that they ended the year with. He can throw it now. So we got a big challenge. But we're going to work hard, and we're going to try to get after him.
I know that's right. Good luck this week, Coach. Thank you. Good. All right. What did you take away from Samford last year, and what's your expectation for the matchup this year? I know in talking to Hayden after the game, he and I'm sure most of the guys are eager for a second chance at this one.
Yeah, and, obviously everybody's got a bad taste in their mouth that was a part of that game last year. First game of the year. We make the trip over to Birmingham, and really they stuck it to us pretty good. Offensively, we didn't feel like we put our best foot forward in that game. We really were kind of got out of our game plan early in that game. Our thing is we know Samford that what is a great football team. They're well coached. They've got big bodies and they've got a lot of speed. I mean, you look at their team from last year; they had 2 or 3 NFL guys on that defense. So, great football team. That being said, we got to worry about ourselves. We got to make sure we improve what we need to improve in from Houston Baptist to Samford, and everything will work itself out. Last year doesn't matter. Last year really doesn't matter. Now we're going to take what we learned and hopefully use that as some motivation. But last year doesn't matter. This is a different team. There's a different team in Birmingham and Samford, and they're having to come over to the Stripes and play us over here. So. Expectations are high, but the expectations are high every week, and we expect to go out and put our best foot forward and play a good football team.
This week we're playing Samford, and it's a totally different animal, Samford. They're a very good football team. They dismantled, you watch Mars Hill on film. Mars Hill's a pretty good football team. If y'all remember back in the D2 days, Mars Hill was always, ranked in the top 20. So they're a good football program. Samford jumped out on them and, wound up beating them 77-7. But midway through the second quarter, it was 14-7. So, they didn't put them away 42-0 early or anything like that. But all in all, it really got after them. And of course, Samford had a good night. They're very explosive, Samford is offensively. They had one receiver that caught 14 balls. He's their leading guy. They threw the football for 350 yards and rushed for 220, so they're very, very explosive offensively. The ones of you that remember the days of when we used to play Valdosta back in the D2 days, that's the offense that they run. They're going they're a spread offense, a tempo, and a lot of screens, a lot of quick passes, getting the ball out of the quarterback's hands. Real reminiscent of what Texas Tech does on offense, the ones of you that saw the Texas Tech game last year. So that's what you're going to see offensively. Defensively, last year Samford was good on defense, and they're always good. But last year they had a defensive tackle that wound up going to the NFL, and they had a corner that wound up going to the NFL. Both those guys are gone, which is a good thing for us. But they have replaced them with some very good football players. So they'll be very sound defensively with a very explosive offense. It's a game that our guys have kind of had circled for a year now. We're really looking forward to playing these guys. So we had a good weekend. These Thursday to Saturday deals are good. It really helps you in your preparation. You get extra film study. You get extra time in the training room. The guys that have ankles and shoulders and things of that nature, it gives them a chance to get healed up and get ready to go. So, the guys have really used their time wisely over the last couple of days, and we'll be back out on the practice field today and looking forward to getting ready for a very good Samford football team.
Hi, Daddy! Hi, baby!
Gain the freedom to fumble with the new water and shatter-resistant Samsung Galaxy S7 Active. Buy one now and get the Samsung Gear S2 for free, exclusively at AT&T.
And welcome into First Security Field at ESSA Stadium. Justin Acri and Chris Kane joining you here from the booth. And game number 2, hopefully win number 2, coming tonight. Chris, against the Samford Bulldogs, a completely different kind of challenge, though. Bears rolled over Houston Baptist last week, 56-13. But this is a Samford team that really humbled these Bears in the opener last season. And the Bears are not only looking for win number 2, but looking to stay on that playoff track and also a little payback against the Bulldogs after last year.
We were looking ahead to this game, I think, just after halftime of last week's game. It was a blowout here at home against Houston Baptist, so we saw a lot of the backups. We saw some guys who maybe usually don't get to play, get some valuable playing time, and unfortunately last year, Justin, that was important for this team when we saw Taylor Reed go down. In comes Hayden Hildebrand, gets a little experience. So we did see a lot of guys get some experience last week that maybe we wouldn't have seen if it was a tight game, and now heading into this one, we expect a lot of the starters to play for the majority of the game against a very good Samford team, Justin, one that last year we saw roll in its victory and had some big plays against this UCA defense. We even heard Hayden Hildebrand talk about how they wanted revenge last week immediately following the game.
Yeah, they would definitely. I think they started thinking about halftime about these Bulldogs as well, Chris. Last week the Bears did it every way possible in a 56-13 victory. Great way to get off on the season. And, you talk about ends of the spectrum, completely different story last year, certainly over at Samford. We'll talk more about that as we go on through pregame. But Bears scored every which way but loose last week. A run, a pass, a block kick return, and a fumble return. They scored 8 touchdowns, all by 8 different players. So it was really everybody get in and get an opportunity here. They outscored the Huskies 554 to 242, a complete annihilation last week. And the other thing about it is, it not only is a victory on the season, it's also a conference win. So the Bears, the only team to get a victory in conference play last week. So they sit alone atop the Southland Conference standings, if only for a week. They are up to 28 in the stats poll, so certainly a win over the Samford team. A team with a lot of good athletes and a lot of talent coming back, although they did lose some senior leadership last year. Would probably vault the Bears if things fell right into the top 25, at least in one, if not more, of the polls.
Yeah, already getting 5 votes in the polls, so they're being, considered in the conversation, that top 25 in the FCS top 25 poll. This is an important game for them, Justin, to move past what happened last year. And I know it was the season opener, but still, at the same time, you want to put that behind you, advance in this game, and play a very good Samford team, which has some big, talented athletes, especially on the offensive line.
To the house, let's go!
jump up on them early. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it rolling. It don't go our way early. That's fine. I've seen 100 comebacks in the last 8 days. Keep playing, one play at a time for 4 quarters, and let's get after their behind. Here we go. Everybody grab a knee. Here we go. Grab somebody. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses. We will those trespassing against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thy is the kingdom, power, and glory forever. Amen. Hey! Let's go, let's go! Here we go, man. Set the tempo!
Staying fit is more than just a hobby to me. It's my passion. Living well and inspiring others to do the same is a full-time job to me. Maybe that's why I love what I do so much. Helping people heal from sickness or injury is what Baptist Health is all about. And the wellness I give back to my friends and neighbors makes me very proud. I'm Eric, and I believe amazing communities like Conway deserve amazing care.
Whew, it's hot in here.
It's your chicken chicken sandwich meal. It really brings the heat. Is it hot enough?
Smoldering. I'm April.
I'm July.
Set your world on fire? Maybe. Indescribably good? Definitely. The Kickin' Chicken Sandwich Meal. Chicken fingers on Texas toast drizzled with tongue torch sauce and ranch. Served with crinkle fries and a small beverage. Only at Zaxby's.
Fans, make some noise! Welcome to the Stripes, your UCA Bears!
He calls for it in the pistol formation, hands it off to Larry. It is hit immediately and buried.
Cardell Best with the bear hug slam.
Hildebrand across the middle. Jatavius Wilson loses a defender. And another. Across the 50, 45-40, 35-30, down to the 25 and knocked out of bounds. And that is all Jatavius Wilson doing what Jatavius Wilson does. It's a snap, sets it, kick is up by Cummins. Plenty of leg, and it is good. Hodges looking to the right side, pulls it down, and he's dropped by Dawson Hadnot. One of the captains tonight with a big sack right there. Pounds him down. Hodges, will he go to him again? Drops back, under pressure, and he's dropped again. Bears with another sack, and that time it was Jackson making the play in there. Reaches that big right paw and knocks him to the ground. Eric, fake handoff, Jatavius Wilson in the slot. Bounces it outside, Smith with the block. Jatavius Wilson on the sideline, the 40, 30, 25-20, knocked out of bounds at the 17-yard line, and another explosive play by Jatavius Wilson. Hildebrand, play action, trying to go big ball over the top, turns his receiver around, and is it caught? Desmond Smith! It turned him all the way around, Chris, and Desmond Smith makes an unbelievable play. Hard run up the middle by Blackman, down to the 10, across to the 8. Hard running by the freshman out of Gosnell, and an excellent run up the middle there. They're going to go back to Blackman, up the middle. Is he in? Touchdown, Central Arkansas, and the freshman with his first rushing touchdown as a Bear. Devlin Hodges, the outstanding sophomore quarterback for Samford. Will get it, looks right, nowhere to go, under pressure again, and he is going to be brought down by 3 Bears. The way they're coming after him, you may see them run some kind of draw here or a screen, Chris. Bears got an easy jump. Cardell Best couldn't quite get there, but they do get to him, and they do not flag Cardell Best. I mean, he timed that snap perfectly. Another sack by Central Arkansas. Fake, again, little play action. Hildebrand, under pressure, ripped to the turf, fumble. Bulldogs pick it up, and they're going to score. 5-10, touchdown. 10-5 touchdown, I should say. Ahmad Gooden, after the fumble, picked it up and ran it in. Second down, 6 to go, 122. Ball fumbled. Hodges gets it back up. Now he's under pressure, running around to his right side now. 3 Bears in pursuit. He'll flip it out, finds a receiver. It's caught by McKnight. McKnight across the 30, down to the 25. Picks up a block at the 20, at the 15, the 10. 5, touchdown, Samford. It is McKnight again.
Kelvin McKnight.
Thanks to the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, more in-state students than ever are able to further their education. At the University of Central Arkansas, more than 25,000 scholarships have been funded since 2010. That's nearly $94 million in financial support for UCA students alone, which has made a lot of Bears growl with pride. The Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, a game changer for students.
Hey, jog out, let's go.
Explosive.
And Schmidt is lined up wide outside left, and that's the way Hodges is looking under pressure. Bears have got a hand on him, and they bring him down. What a play right there defensively by the Bears. It's two receivers to the left side. He's got a tight end to that side as well. Play action. Hildebrand looking to the left side. He's going to roll to his left now. Under pressure, looking back right. Needs to get rid of it. Does so. And back comes the receiver to catch it. And Desmond Smith, who ran 20 yards back after getting all the way downfield, bailed his quarterback out right there. An unbelievable throw and catch. Clock ticking, 7:50. Bears down 18. Easy throw and catch. Hildebrand to Desmond Smith, who turned it up, and as soon as he did, got swallowed up by the defender. But the damage is done, and the Bears pick up the first down. Move the chains. It's 2nd and 6 here as we're winding down in the second quarter. Hildebrand fakes the handoff. Throws it over the middle to Tavius Wilson across the 20, down to the 17-yard line. Brought down by the Bulldogs and move those chains. The Bears drive continues as we tick under 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Blackman shifts to the right side of Hildebrand. They'll fake the handoff rather. He's going to go big ball into the end zone. It's picked off at the 3. And it is picked off by Samford down the right sideline. They go. He's dropped at the 32-yard line. Hodges looking left all the way. He's going to try to go big ball over the top to Schmidt. Picked off by the Bears. Picked off by Porter. Excellent job playing center field out there. And Brandon Porter, the senior out of New Orleans, the San Diego State transfer, flies over there and makes a great catch. They're trying to get him away, certainly from the defense. Another pick. Hayden Hildebrand looking in the slot, picked off, and they're returning it across the 40. 45, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Samford. Hildebrand, return and give. Good to see Blackman back in there. Nice 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-yard run. Out past the 25-yard line, down to the 24. And another great run by the freshman. 2 defensive scores made a huge difference in this game. You take those off the board, it's 21-10. The Bears are scoring to make it a one-score game. Instead, they give it to Wells. He drives into the end zone. Touchdown, Central Arkansas. And it is 35-16. Hildebrand drops back to pass, going big ball over the top to Smith. Fought for and caught by Desmond Smith. Unbelievable. Out across the 50 into Bulldog territory to the 45.
How did he catch that?
Hildebrand over the middle, wide open, and in the seam is Tavius Wilson. Keep it going, baby, inside the 30. The Bears aren't dead yet. Blackman again, right side again, slips past the defender, down near the 20-yard line and out past the 20 after a push by his offensive line, down to the 17-yard line. What a run by Carlos Blackman. Wells again, up inside, touchdown, Central Arkansas. It is Wells going right up the gut for a score and a nice drive by the Bears. Hodges runs the clock down, hands it off around the left side, a conservative approach, and he's buried by 3 Bears back at the 20-yard line. That worked horribly for the Bulldogs. Hayden Hildebrand will throw it here. He's going to step up in the pocket, throws it out to his receiver, has a man, breaks a tackle and down the sideline. Then he's dropped to Brady Moore. That's a 15-yard pickup in a quick hurry. It's do or die time for Hayden Hildebrand and the Central Arkansas Bears. Blackman stays in the backfield with it. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Hildebrand being pressured, throws it up for grabs into the end zone. Touchdown! Central Arkansas! It is caught by Desmond Smith. What a play by Hayden Hildebrand! Unbelievable! Unbelievable throw by Hayden Hildebrand, and what a catch by Desmond Smith.
It was the adjustment by Desmond Smith. He was on the left-hand side of the paw and then made his way all the way across, found the ball on the B in the end zone for the touchdown. It was in the very back of the end zone. He just touched that toe to make sure it was in. Unreal.
2:11 to play, and it is a one-score game. Extra point is pending. Bears are down 7. And this extra point can make it a 6-point game. So no matter what happens, it is a commendable, impressive comeback by the Central Arkansas Bears. They couldn't get out of their own way for most of the night. In this fourth quarter, they have come back in a furious way And this is the play here that means everything. What will the Bulldogs do? Hodges gets it. He'll pull it down and run it. Up the middle. He's dropped at the 48-yard line, and the Bears are going to get the ball back. Throws it over the middle. Caught by Wilson. Wilson, first down and more. Out to the 30 to the 41-yard line. He's dropped. 9 seconds left. Bears are going to run up to the line. I assume it's spike, and we'll see as soon as they spot it, the clock will run after the first down here. 8, 7, 6, snap. Bears may have one play left. 3 receivers set right. Hildebrand under pressure, rolls right. Flips it downfield, incomplete, harmlessly, and that will end the game. An incredible comeback by Central Arkansas. Falls short.
We just basically took some pride and, defended the stripes, basically what we needed to do. It's a tough loss, but, we played our hearts out. Right. Offense played pretty good, and defense held up. I think we held them scoreless.
Yeah, very good. I know everyone says there's no such thing as a moral victory, but to come from that kind of deficit, there's got to be a little pride from that, no?
I don't feel it. We shouldn't have been in that situation in the first place. I feel like we kind of got a little lax on offense. After a big victory last week, kind of came out a little bit slower than what we usually do. So, moral victory, I wouldn't say as much as a moral victory as much as seeing the potential we have if we play like that every half or every quarter, what we could become.
I mean, especially when you look at, whenever you turn it over and they score touchdowns off of it. It's a 6-point game. It wound up being a 6-point game. And we gave them 14 points. You give them 14 points. You're not going to beat a good football team, especially if a team scored 77 a week ago, and you give them 14. I mean, they're good enough without, but that's coaching. We don't need to put them in. I don't need to put them in that position. So we need to eliminate those mistakes. Made too many mistakes early. Had a block in the back off a long punt return that would have been a touchdown. We don't execute in the red zone. We throw a pick in the red zone. We missed a field goal in the red zone. There were some things that where we hurt ourselves early, and that those are things that that I got to make sure that we get buttoned up. I was proud of the effort. The kids fought hard. They came back and gave themselves a chance, but you can't dig yourself that deep of a hole. And we made too many mistakes, too many penalties. We defensively, those guys played extremely hard. And I thought we played extremely hard offensively. We outgained them guys 570 to I've never had a game where you outgain somebody by 320 yards and you don't win. But whenever you give up 2 touchdowns on offense, that happens, that goes to the whole. That's no one individual's fault at all. That's a team deal. That's something we got to get corrected.
We got a lot better in the second half. We played a lot better in the second half. If we played like that the whole game, we beat that football team. We beat them by 2 or 3 touchdowns. If you take guys, we had a chance to whip, giving them 2 scooping scores, another deal, a couple of miscues, a couple of penalties here, and here. We still should have beat that football team. If we eliminate all of that, how good can we be? Here's how good we got to be. We got to be good enough to beat Northwest Louisiana next week. Y'all got me? If we eliminate all that, we will beat Northwest Louisiana next week. We'll be 2-0 in the South Lake Conference, and that's what counts. So let's get back to work. Let's get our rest tonight. Let's get ready, and let's go get after it next week. Here we go. Everybody.